They said it couldn't be done. They said you can't stream baking in your office and just think it'll go right. But look what's going on here. Look at all this. Don't mind, that's just a bit of water. We've got to make sure hydrate's going on and whatnot. Isn't that beautiful? You're in for a cracking stream. Do you get it? Cracking, because, you know, we've got eggs. Hey, Helen, how's it going? Woo, I was waiting for that. I was like, oh, okay, I'll just get Helen into it, and then you were beautifully humming to yourself. So I thought, well, no, I'll just see where this goes. I'll just see where this goes.
Hi. Hello, everybody. I'm down here because we only have one camera to play with, and the more important thing is the food. So, hi from the floor. Hi.
And currently, I decided my face is the most important thing, so you can see the difference in personalities already. Neeks is Viola safe. So Helen, I don't know if you know this, but I have a little ravioli plushie in my comfort crew. She's been moved to my bedroom and she's allowed to have a little midday nap. So it's currently Mark and Beeps and Bort, the little jelly bean. The little jelly bean as well. So ravioli's safe. She will not be seen as eating her brethren or seeing how she's created, which, to be fair, is quite horrific for anyone to know.
Yeah, it's not good to view one's own conception. It usually involves time travel.
Oh my goodness! Thank you for the hype train, everyone. Hi, everyone. So,
hell yeah.
For those who are unaware, this is one of the rewards from the Game Blast charity stream that we did. Game Blast are the people who create bespoke controllers to make games much more accessible for people who have disabilities. They're very, very good in that they make it bespoke per person, as opposed to putting it out as like a commercial product. It's very close to Rusty Quill Stream's heart, and it's especially close to Mike's heart. So one of the rewards, I think Helen actually came up with this, was if we hit a certain target, then we'll be doing a nice little pasta baking stream. And here we are. You even chose the pasta as well.
I did, and I got some cutting out things.
Nice.
Yeah, they are. Okay, so they are, as you said, cookie cutters. So we do have the option to make like a heart-shaped ravioli, and, like a flower-shaped ravioli.
So
yeah,
what will be happening is I'll be teaching you through ravioli, but I've also got fancy things like you've got the pasta paddle, which is literally just a wooden block with like little grooves on. So the idea is that you smush pasta in it and it turns into like a spiral shape. I'll be showing.
You just like cut it.
Yeah. It's really, really cool. And then I've got the Beast, which is my my pasta rolling machine as well. But I'll also be showing you how to do it with a rolling pin. So.
Oh, Bryn says I'm quiet. Okay, that's because the microphone is over here.
I can also make you louder.
Okay, there's that as well.
So just turn that down, and then I'll turn you all the way up.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna give you maybe that much, and then we'll see what that does. Do a little speaky speak.
This is me doing a little speaky speak while we figure out further potential tech difficulties.
The best thing is Mike is currently busy right now, so he can't tell us off in real time. It's only when he watches us back. It's great. Yeah. It's great. I say us. This is
all I know, I have now moved the camera in some, God, I just realized I don't know how to... Infinitesimal?
Infinite. Way? It's a big word.
It is. It's my business to know big words.
Okay, so fact check. How Yorkshire is pasta? Or, when there was that war between the Yorkshires and the pastas, they came together as one. And, yeah. So that's how Yorkshire pasta is. There won't be any more questions. Please don't question my history. Guarantee it's perfect. So, I think we should get started. I'm going to go into professional mode. By professional mode, I mean I'm going to do this.
Ooh.
What I have in front of me, for those who are looking at home, I have 2 eggs, flour, and salt in a bowl. And it's my job to get you to this stage. So, you want to measure out 200 grams of flour. Don't worry, there'll be technical issues. Don't worry about it.
Nico!
Don't worry. It's fine. Don't worry. I'll vamp. Who wants to sing song? I can do a sing song. I can't do a sing song because I've not listened to the mechanisms. Don't worry. Like I said, I'm doing lots of before. Helen, I should point out, because you went so high-pitched and so loud, that Discord cut out 99% of what you just said. So...
Your fault.
Don't worry about it. No, that's fine. This is what I mean. I'm going to be doing little steps. The next step we'll be doing together. Don't worry. Can there be a jelly bean filled ravioli? Excellent question, Anna. You can, if you can dream it, you can do it. And that's the mantra here at Rusty Quill Streams as a podcast. So yeah.
Oh, Nico. I don't want to eat a jelly bean ravioli.
Don't worry about it. I've got jelly beans here. And I have pasta in front of me. Do I combine the two? Only time will tell.
Nico.
Also, for those who are in the chat, you may have noticed I've disabled the jelly bean redemption thing. And it's because my hands are going to get quite messy quite soon. And I don't want to be sort of eating jelly beans with essence of raw dough. So...
yeah, that's a good choice. Also, I don't have any jelly beans, so I won't be able to bean
that's
along.
okay. God, that's going to be my tagline. Hi.
I now have 500 grams of flour measured out.
Do you want to do?
Did not tell me to do before we went live.
Do you want to do? Do you want to know the real kicker? It's 200 grams of flour. We can make it fat. Oh, this is a good start. Welcome to the professionalism of Rusty Quill, where we make groundbreaking podcasts, but also I failed to give Helen basic instructions, so that we're already at. Woo!
Oh, okay, all right, fine.
You can do this.
Fine, I can.
In the. So,
I would not survive a second on MasterChef.
what about that there bake-off? Whilst we're doing that, I'll pull it back to my face so people can see my face. How are you doing, chat? And for people who are watching this but aren't got a Twitch account, but you are in our fancy Rusty Quill Discord, if you chat in the RQ Streams Discord, I can see that chat too. So don't feel like you're getting left out. So for those baking along at home, 200 grams of flour, 2 eggs, bit of salt, whack it in a bowl. If you get to that step, get yourself a cup of tea to celebrate.
If you get to that step, you're doing better than me. Okay, it's even.
Hey Miria, hey Kiari.
Okay, 200 grams.
Yes. This hardest bit is already done. Hardest bit's done.
No, it isn't. This is not the hard bit.
It can be.
Oh god, this pasta, this flour at some point is gonna fall down and hit me in the face, but it's fine. I'll just deal with it. Right, a bowl.
A bowl.
You didn't include bowl in the.
Oh, did I not? You need a bowl, and you're gonna be sifting that flour into the bowl.
I thought we were gonna do that thing where like you put the flour onto a surface and then like make a well.
Yeah, I mean you could do it that way too if you like. I'd usually do the bowl first because it's less mess, but you can go directly onto your chopping board if you prefer.
I'm going to do bowl.
Yeah. Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to combining it into its one lump, and then we're going to transfer to the chopping board.
Okay.
Oh, look at this action shot. It's like Christmas just came early.
Sifting.
How much is a bit? I was in the Twitch bits. 1 bit is 1 cent. So 100 bits is $1. Yeah, I'm 1000% confident in that. I remember looking at it and Max saying, "Yep, that's what it is." So I feel confident.
I only figured out what a bit was like relatively recently, like within the last 2 months.
That's fair.
This doesn't seem like enough flour.
Oh, it will be. If it's 200 grams, it's fine.
Okay.
And it's easy to add more flour, so don't you worry.
Okay.
Before you add the eggs, you're going to add a pinch of salt, and then you're going to mix it together. So the salt is nice, evenly distributed.
Okay.
For that nice, easy, distributed taste in your mouth.
Mandatory pasta distribution party.
Yeah.
All right.
How is everyone feeling? Oh, I've already got people face palming in the chats. This is good. I've got people feeling that I've already gone to Yorkshire with this recipe. This is also good.
This is fine. Okay.
So
2 eggs now?
2 eggs, yeah. Make a little well in the middle. Just a little tiny, just that's perfect. And then you're just going to dump your eggs in there. Cracking.
Egg.
Perfect.
And...
Oh.
2 eggs.
Do you want to know something?
Let me get that shell out. What?
Because the egg noise is too loud to be caught up in Discord, so it just sounds like you're doing it silently, and then just... Okay. Right. Everyone ready? Right. Okay, so use the fork. What we're going to do, I'll show you in my camera as well. You're going to basically whisk the eggs first in the middle. And the idea is that you want to gradually add the flour on the sides. Little by little. Yeah, exactly like that.
Okay. I'm hoping that pasta is going to be more like dough than pastry, because you know how much I hate pastry.
Pasta dough is so nice and forgiving. It will only take as much flour as it wants. It comes together relatively easy once all the flour is combined. And you cannot overwork pasta dough with this recipe. So.
Very, very good to know. Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. The only difference is, you see people in like the cooking shows where they've got immaculate looking pasta with no bits of flour. That's not going to happen here. But like when it cooks, the flour goes away. So don't worry about it.
I watched MasterChef The Professionals where they fail. I think there was one bit where like everyone failed to make a nice sheet of pasta.
I'm going to stand up for this bit because everyone's just going to be looking there. You've also got a nice bit of an action shot. Look at this! It's like binging with Babish and all them other ones.
I've watched that. Is it good?
Oh, binging with Babish is very good. Joshua Weissman is my favourite. The problem is with these sort of cooking shows is once they get past like a certain goodness, they get too fancy with their equipment. So like you'd be following along and then they'll suddenly say something like, and now I'm just going to get my smoker. And it's like, you're what? What? I was like, you've lost me there.
We'll never do that here.
Oh, yours is looking really good.
It's real stiff.
Yeah, you want it stiff. You can add a little bit of flour at that point just to combine it a bit more.
Do you think I should?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. I'm going to bring down big flour boy.
Big flour boy. Big flour boy.
It's a 4 kilogram thing.
I'm just going to turn up music a little bit because I don't think people can... Can you lads hear music? Let me know if you can hear music. If it's too loud, too quiet, I can whack up music. You showed what you suck at cooking. Oh, hey, Bryn. And the other Bryn. It's the Bryns. I'm sure they're not tired of me saying that by now.
I hope this wasn't too much flour to add, but you said some flour.
Yeah. So basically what you're going to do is want to transfer from your fork to your hands now. So what I'm doing here is basically, exactly like that. Try and keep one hand relatively dry if you can, but it doesn't really matter if you haven't.
Neither of my hands are dry.
That's okay. That's okay. It just means
neither of my hands are free of sin.
That's okay. That's okay. It just means you're being more authentic than me. You're not having to work right next to. You're not in your office right now, whereas I am. So.
I am not. Okay. So now what?
So kind of combine it together into its one big blob, which it kind of looks like it's getting close. Yeah, yours is close. You can even add more flour. Go for it. At this point, you don't need to be light-handed at all with your flour, because all that's going to happen is that the flour just won't combine to it, but you still have quite a nice blob.
Okay, it's all sticking to my fingers.
In which case, I almost said a swear there, add a lot more flour.
Okay, all right, hang on. Okay, I made the wrong decision over which hand to use for this, because now I have one hand bowl, and I'm having to do everything else with my left hand. But this is fine.
It's fine.
We move, we improvise, we throw flour all over the counter where people can't see. Okay. Oh. Eh.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just saw someone say, are they meant to look that different?
They look fine, don't we?
Oh no.
Don't listen to them. Don't be, you know. What you have right in front of you is beautiful, Helen. You're a beautiful person. Everything about this stream's beautiful, so don't worry about it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Martin called me nice the other day. That was a
That-
surprise.
There's nothing quite like the experience of finding out Martin's the co-founder of Rusty Quill after sort of 3 months of thinking he was just the IT guy who makes
He's
Photoshop
the
crimes.
co-founder?
Yeah, a co-founder or something like that. He was, yeah. Do you not know? What? Do you not know about this?
Is that secret?
No.
Is that-
No, Martin's even in the chat right now. He's...
Martin?
Do you not know about this? Oh, because oh yeah. I keep...
Kept that quiet, little man. Okay, sorry, I've got a blob of this.
Amazing. So what you're gonna do...
What do I do?
I'll pull it onto your chopping board. Pull it onto the chopping board.
Okay.
Remove the bowl out of thing, and then what we're going to do is the kneading start. So for those who are joining, you should have a bowl which is somewhat coming together. It's not going to be perfect right now, but it's coming together. And what we're going to do is we're going to knead it together. If it's sticking, add a lot more flour.
Okay, knead it with like the heel of my hand to push it. I'm just trying to...
Yeah, exactly that.
Okay, it's sticking, so I need more flour.
Yeah. More flour, and then basically this will be about 10 minutes ish of kneading, and you know it's near the end when it's no longer that sticky, it's no longer that bumpy, and it kind of elasticates back into itself, almost like a rubber ball.
Ooh, what's going on? What type of flour are you using? / does it matter what type of? I'm using just plain flour.
Yeah. So I use plain flour as well. If you're wanting to be completely authentic, completely purist, then you want something called double O flour and a little bit of semolina flour. But I'm just using plain flour, which is, it's also called purpose flour. There is variations of this. If you're wanting to make it whole wheat, then obviously you just use whole wheat flour. And then there's some who argue you should use bread flour, because bread flour has a higher protein content in it. However, I found bread flour is a little bit too tough. It doesn't give you as good a taste.
Pasta?
Yeah. It means for the pasta when it's tough, it's more... Do you know like soft bread compared to like stale bread?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of similar to that when you're using bread flour, because you kind of want it... I mean, yes, you can cook it al dente, so it's got a little bit of bite to it. It's not fully cooked, but you kind of want it somewhat squidgy. The true pasta-y squidginess. So
I've just realised I haven't been paying attention to your technique at all. Let me just watch you
So
guys
what you're doing is pulling it out and bringing it back, and then pulling it out and then bringing it back. There's no wrong way of doing it, but yeah, you're basically using the power of your heel, of your hands.
I think that's what I've been doing.
Yeah,
but I haven't been paying too much attention.
It's like the most natural one. There's nothing too fancy. I'm not going Paul Hollywood on you.
Oh,
with his weird bread ways. I don't like bread. I can't make bread. I've tried relentlessly to make bread, and unless I'm using
Really?
like a bread maker hook on a KitchenAid, I can't do it.
I'll send you the recipe I use.
Oh yeah? I'd love that.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna...
I need to peel this dough off my fingers.
Yeah, go
I'm
for
sorry.
it. Go.
It's distracting me.
Go for it.
Hang on. Oh,
So,
oh,
chat,
it feels gross.
let me see if I can move this closer. So this is what you're kind of wanting to get. See how it's getting a bit more smoother? And when I stretch it out, it's slowly coming back together. So it needs to be kneaded a bit more. And
So
then...
sticky.
Nobody clip these conversations out of context, even though I know you will.
Yeah, that's getting clipped. It's okay. I give in to my fate. I'm trying to get the dough off without actually washing my hands because I don't want to then try and knead with wet hands because I feel like that's a bad idea.
You see, if Rusty Quill got hold of a TV studio, I could see this being like the next step from Fusigasm.
What, me having a baking show?
Having a baking show. Or at least for the baking part. I don't know. I wasn't there. Oh, I was there for Lord of the Rings where I got all the names wrong. That's good. That was, yeah.
Again, I apologise for the multiple corrections. I did not mean to be
It's fine.
pedantic. It's just, I know too much about it. Okay, that's better. Oh, nearly threw flour all over the floor.
Makes them more
Those of
authentic.
you who have watched my own streams will know that this happens regularly. There's flour all over me. That's just how it be.
I think I've watched almost every single one of your baking streams.
Hey.
But the thing is, I've also had to keep you muted at various points because I was editing Magnus for it all. Thank you, Crow, for the 69 bits. And it's quite the experience to go from hellscape, everything's on fire, to turning onto you and you're just singing quite happily to yourself. It's like, oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice. I like to make my kitchen the opposite of a hellscape.
Helen, your dough's looking really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. I think it might need a little bit more, a teeny tiny bit more flour because it's still sticking.
Go get my
See
flour.
how that? Yeah. It's okay. I have a little bowl of it. Oh hey! I just realised the latest RQG dropped, and it includes my favourite content warning that I've written ever.
What's that?
Which was the vocalized wobbling sounds.
I've not
Just
listened to RQG, but it's on my list. But like, I've seen
wait, have you not listened to any of it?
I've listened to a few because I did a soundscape for one of the side quests, the Roman Rogues. So
Yeah,
Alex
yeah,
gave
yeah.
me Sexy Robot Battle Wizards. Is that what it's called? I've listened to those ones, and I
Sexy
listened.
Battle Wizards.
That's it.
Sexy Battle Wizards.
And I know that you replace. Well, I know you replace James. I can't remember the character names now, but no.
What do you think is happening right now in RQG?
Well, here's the thing, because like Alex is in charge of RQG. Alex is the dungeon master. I don't know what you call him. I should know this.
He's the games master, I guess.
Games master, and I know he
Yeah,
takes
GM.
great. So here's the thing, because there's various points where he's played as Martin, and he's got really upset that he's having to be all like sad and like bullied and whatnot. So I feel like he goes to RQG to kind of like take it out on everyone.
Yeah. That's yeah. If I told you that the episode today was called Wibble Wobble, what do you think it would be about?
Did one of them make jelly for the first time?
Aww.
Wibble wobble, jelly on the plate.
Aw, Nico.
No? Is that not... My second guess would be wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff.
Ooh.
So,
Interesting.
is that closer?
That was one of the suggested titles.
I saw the aftermath. Because here's the thing. People...
The aftermath.
The patrons and the Discords will listen to RQG on the Tuesday. Or was it the Monday? Tuesday, yeah. And then they all slowly came into TMA Early Access to wait for my emoji hint.
Oh yeah.
And they basically said, after that RQG episode, I don't care what happens with Magnus. Alex cannot feasibly hurt me anymore. I was like, oh, okay. Hey, it's somebody. Need your headphone wire into the pasta dough for extra flavour. No. I'll try and smush a jelly bean when Helen's not looking, but apart from that. Okay. So, chat.
Well, how are we? Has it been 10 minutes? I don't know how's it looking?
It's looking. Could you do like one stretch and then move your hand away so I can look at your elasticity? Yeah, that'll do. That'll ding dang do. So what we're gonna do? You're gonna put your pasta dough back in a bowl and then cling film it, or just whack a tea towel over it, and then it's gonna go in the fridge to chill.
All right, I'm gonna need a different bowl.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's gonna go in. Oh.
It's going in my peanut butter bowl.
So, I shall be back in 20 seconds ish. I've got to run downstairs and transfer pasta. Okay, I'll be back.
Okay, all right. Well, chat, it's just you and I now. I'm just gonna go on a little adventure to the fridge. Chat. I got super into My Chemical Romance again the other day. I downloaded all 4 of their albums, and I'm fully ready to devolve back into my old emo self. Also, I listened to Pump Shanty for the first time by The Mechanisms and downloaded 4 of their albums. And also, I listened to, well, I downloaded finally some of Nico's music that I had bought a while ago but never actually downloaded. I am in big music mood lately. Hell yeah, one of you.
Hello. Okay, I'm gonna return.
Nico?
Hi.
Just to check, I didn't put cling film over it. I put it in a nice, clean and empty peanut butter tub with a lid.
That's perfect. That's beautiful.
Okay.
It's not going to matter too much. Basically, when it comes out, it's going to feel quite solid.
Okay.
And then basically we're going to add flour to it and roll it out, and it'll be beautiful.
Okay.
But before then, we need to make your pasta filling.
We do. Do I need another cutting board? No, we do squeeze. We need to squeeze the cheese.
We squeeze cheese. So first off, how do you want to cook your spinach? You can either have your spinach raw and chopped up. You can cook your spinach first, and then we can mix the spinach, cook spinach with the mozzarella. Or you can fry the spinach and do it that way. It's entirely up to whatever you decide you prefer.
Don't you have to be careful with water content in ravioli?
You do.
So shouldn't I cook the spinach first so that in the process of cooking it doesn't release loads of water?
Yeah, you can do. What you're going to be wanting is something similar to this, except you won't have cream cheese, you'll be having ravioli. Ravioli. You'll have mozzarella.
Okay, hang on. Let me put big flour back up on its shelf.
Neeks, we got to talk about putting your headphones into flour, mate. Mate, I'm not putting my headphones into flour unless I already did it, in which case it added flavour. There's nothing...
Did you just...
There's nothing... There's nothing... Don't worry about it. Chat. Let's have a heart-to-heart right now. I know you're worried about things being quote-unquote the proper way. I don't do that. We don't do that here. We add flavour. We add essence of flavour from whatever's near us. It's what's going to make my pasta taste more me than any other pasta out there. So.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to cook the spinach first to get the water out. I feel like that's a plan.
Cool. So in that
Okay,
case,
all right.
in that case, whack your water on to boil. You won't need that much water because spinach looks massive, and then as soon as it starts cooking, it shrivels up like no man's business.
no, I'm not gonna bother putting water in it. I'm just gonna saute it.
Oh, even better. Flavor.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And then you can use the same pan that you're going to cook your sauce in as well for a bit of spinachy flavor.
Whoa.
Mmm. Mmm.
Okay. All right. Heads up. There's going to be some clanging because my big pan is at the back of the cupboard.
Mmm. For those who are cooking along at home, I hope your pasta dough is in fridge because it needs to chill. If not, you're going to find it a bit hard.
Sorry. More clanging.
It's cool. Clang your heart out, love. Ooh. Ooh.
I have new pans that haven't been scratched to hell and back.
Then you
shiny.
Welcome to Professionalism 101.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay, let me where's my tea towel?
Ooh,
oh
heck.
no, all my tea towels are in the washing machine.
Oh no.
Oh, thank God, I saved one.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay.
Nico, I was watching a movie of a character voiced by Sean Bean and all I could think of was your impression. My impression of Sean Bean is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
No joke, when I do... In fact, you've watched me Undertale one a little bit. When I do voices now, I either do normal voice like now, I do high pitch like my Martin Beak would, or I do Sean Bean. I think 3 different voices is probably enough to cover entire casts of video games. So...
I agree. Right. Fuck it, I'm just gonna... Oh, sorry, that was a swear.
There's no, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Mike's not here. Mike couldn't hear swear. Swear jar is just for Mike. People don't know that I've turned Nightbot on, so people don't know about Nightbot. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
it. Okay. So I just emptied... I don't even know how big of a bag... Your ingredients list said a bag of spinach.
So, yeah.
I have 200 grams of spinach.
Chuck the whole thing in. 200 grams sounds good.
That's what I've done. Big, like, empty thing of... I should probably move the camera.
Yeah. The thing about it is because we're basically just making spinach with cheese, and you can kind of just add spinach and cheese into any meal you want, and if you have any spare left over, it's just a nice, lovely snack. So...
Yeah. Okay. I'm having to measure how appropriate the angle is from looking at the stream for various technical reasons. So
I'm gonna
trying to just
So whilst I'm directing you, Helen, I'm gonna go into here's various other pasta shapes you can make.
Yes, go for it.
Because I thought that'd be a good little variation whilst we're sort of doing the two. Behold, I swear there was no swear. Cue Sarah Fifi. If I see the H word on this chat again, I'm going to put us all on the naughty step. I've done it before, I'll do it again. The H astrofix CK. We don't say that word.
Honk. I think it's honk.
Yeah, we'll go with honk. It's definitely just that. Don't look at the chat. They'll ruin it for you. Chat. The blast... Oh, how's this going to work? If I move the microphone here, I put microphone there like that, and then I plonk this here, like that.
I've set the chat off going honk.
Wait.
Yeah, good.
Is there any sort of recipes that are on your like bucket list to stream with?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got such a long list of recipes.
Yeah?
I want to make, hang on. I'm going to go and open my bookmark list. I want to make, I want to try again to make Toad in the Hole, because that one time I did try it, not on stream, it didn't go very well. I want to try sea bass with sizzled ginger, chili, and spring onions. I want to try cooked powdered chicken. I want to try banana fritters. I want to try torta caprese. I want to have another go at Jamaican patties, because that one time they went very badly. I want to try beef stafado and Greek jam tart. And, also, there was some Rusty Quill.
That's not going to work.
There was like a recent fanzine.
Oh, yeah, I know about this. Yeah.
Yeah, someone put recipes in there, so I want to see if I can find any that I might like to eat. What else do I have in here?
I'm gonna have to
Gingerbread men.
Oh, gingerbread men would be a good one. Gingerbread.
Yeah. Bakewell tarts.
You've got a nice combination of stuff you'd see in Bake Off and stuff you'd see in MasterChef.
Yeah. Well, well. I don't think any of it is MasterChef quality.
I think so. As soon as you said seared sea bass, I was like, oof. This lass ain't messing around. I need to do that.
I've also been dating a vegetarian. Well, I dated a vegetarian for a year. So I learned a lot of new dishes there as well. I'm just gonna put some salt on the spinach.
Go for it.
Yeah, there we go. All right, it's starting to cook down.
Yeah.
We're looking good.
Oh, that's much easier to do now. Okay. The thing is, I made this pasta dough this morning as a sort of like Blue Peter moment. I was like, this is what I made earlier. The thing is, you don't want your pasta in the fridge for too long, as in I'm talking like 6 hours, because then it just gets super, super hard and you can't do anything with it, which is like what I'm finding now.
Oh, I hate it when it's super hard and you can't do anything with it.
That's right,
I was going to ask you something and I forgot what it... Oh, yeah. I was going to ask you if you cooked your spinach before you made the filling.
For mine, I did, because I wanted mine, because I've used mascarpone cheese. It's looks a bit weird in the camera because it's white mixed with green, so it looks proper bright. But yeah, it's just an easy way. But like, because you're using mozzarella, which is going to be sort of chunkier, because you're going for that more fresher taste. It
just to be clear, by the way, I didn't buy grated mozzarella. I bought the ball mozzarella.
Yeah. That's what I was expecting you to get.
Okay,
yeah. Oh
good.
God, yeah.
I suddenly realized, what if I got the wrong mozzarella?
Yeah, you got the good one. I should have specified that. Yeah, if you got like the shredded, you know, like the really cheap shredded mozzarella, which isn't really mozzarella. It's like the fake. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't get that one.
Mozzarella.
It's like, unless you're getting like the expensive shredded bag, like if you're just getting like the cheap shredded mozzarella one, it's just not. It's good for pizzas, but it's not really good for anything else.
That's okay. I mostly use mozzarella for pizzas. Okay. All right. I think this is basically cooked down.
Amazing. That's amazing. So leave that out to chill, to cool down.
Yeah.
And then whilst you're doing that, you're gonna squeeze your mozzarella, then shred it up. And then you basically want to try and get as much.
Give me a second.
Yeah, there's no rush. I'll be here with chat. So.
Okay.
The idea behind pasta fillings with ravioli or any form of pasta fillings, chat, is that you want it to already be cooked, so that the only thing you're actually going to be cooking is you're waiting for the pasta dough to be cooked. It's the same with pizza toppings. You don't really put that much raw toppings on top of the pizza, because otherwise you're going to be waiting all day, and by the time it's cooked, your pasta will be like a squidgy mess. You don't really want that. So, which is why I've chosen for spinach and cheese. Because, Nico, how did I break a whole kitchen? It's not. It's a mess right now. It's a mess. How did I break a whole kitchen? It wasn't just me. It's basically, we needed a new kitchen being made, and we had to wait until lockdownness chilled out a bit first. And then because of that, because we're doing all the regulations, you have to make sure the builders are like keeping away from you, and they're keeping away from you. You can only have one person in the kitchen at a time. So that means there's loads of equipment in the way right now, and yeah. It would have made... You put your scissors. You don't need your scissors if you don't need your scissors.
I need to open the...
Oh, you need your scissors. Do you have a big knife? Can you do a stab?
Yeah.
I'd do a stab.
We're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to stab and get all the water, the mozzarella water.
Release your inner Lydia onto the world.
Okay, give me a sec while I just drain that into the sink. Gross. Oh god, one of the most cursed posts I ever saw was someone saying, "Oh hey, I really like mozzarella, but what are you meant to do with the white ball that's left after you've drunk it?"
Oh, no.
It was just the worst thing I've ever heard.
Oh, I should have brought up a knife. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I don't need it. I don't need it.
And when I mozzarella, you said we'd have to squeeze it.
Yeah.
What do I need to squeeze the mozzarella?
Your hands.
Do I need a sieve?
You can squeeze it into a sieve if you prefer, but basically the squeezing will release the water. And because you're going to be...
Let me get...
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep telling you to hang on in the middle of something.
It's cold, don't you? It's fine, don't worry about it.
Alright. I'm just getting my mozzarella balls out.
Remember, I came into this company as the editor and I've only recently been allowed to show my face to people. So I'm used to people telling the editors to calm down and shut up for a minute whilst I do this. So it's fine, don't worry about it.
If anyone told me, point me at them. I don't care what it was.
It's really, really funny seeing everyone's various ways throughout the remote recordings because you'll have to sort of say hello to the editors yourselves because you're recording yourselves. So it goes from like this super sweet. You and Frank are always super, super sweet. Frank is always like, make sure you get hydrated, editor. Thank you so much for all the hard work you do. Thanks for this, thanks for that. And then it's just like Johnny, who's just... he says hello, and he goes, hello, editor. And then he'll continue to joke with the producer, who's Laurie, but because the producer doesn't get recorded... I'm hearing one side of jokes going off, Johnny laughing, and then going, don't worry, editor, you don't need to hear that. That's not for your ears. It's for my ears only. It's like, oh, okay, thanks. And it's like 5 minutes of that before the takes start going.
Oh, we're much better we're much better in Rusty Quill Gaming. There's always a cacophony of all of us going, hello, editor, this is so-and-so recording for RQG, 178 or whatever. And then I don't know what to say after that, so I'm like, hope you're having a nice day. I think today is going to be fun. Just stuff like that. Right, so I just squeeze the cheese.
Squeeze the cheese. Squeeze the cheese. Squeeze the cheese. And if there's not much water coming out, that means you've got really good quality mozzarella, which is going to make your job even easier. In which case...
No water came out at all. It just fell apart in my hand.
In which case, you can just tear that bad boy up and the job's a good one.
With my fingers?
Yeah, with your fingers or with your knife, whatever you want to choose. You're just going to make them want it really, really small.
Okay. We are shredding the little mozzarella.
You shred the little mozzarella. I am going to get...
Quality.
Yeah, it's really good. I need to get a knife, so I'm going to be back in 2 seconds. Bear with me. Vamp, Helen, vamp.
Okay, so, chat, I'm really blessed to have such good mozzarella, because it was just the cheap ball mozzarella on the... shelf at Lidl, and I was like, oh, we'll see how this goes. And look, there's like no water in it. This is pure cheese. This is such mozzarella. Mozzarella. That's half a pun. I'm bad at puns. If you listen to Rusty Quill Gaming, you will know that I never join in the pun stuff because I can't make them. I'm bad at those. It's also why Enola in Stella Firma is very bad at insults because I can't. It's against my nature to insult someone. Mm-hmm. So, but luckily we just made it into part of the show, and I just called him like a piece of damp paper, etc.
How did you get into Rusty Quill? What was your innings?
Me?
Yeah. Did you know?
Technically, I guess Ben and Lydia, because when James left, Alex was like, hey, who do you think we should audition? Preferably not like a white straight dude. And I already knew Ben and Lydia. Oh. And they both said, Helen. And then I've told this story before, but I'm very happy to tell it again. And then I got a message from Alex, and he was like, hey, should we like meet up and have a chat? Because Alex is an extremely good judge of character.
Yes.
And so I think he was going to check that I wasn't going to be a dick. Oh, sorry, swear.
There's no swear. Mike's not here, so technically it's not a swear. It's fine.
Okay. So we met up for cocktails, and he was late by like 20 minutes because the trains were crap. Then he turned up and was like really enthusiastic and told me his entire vision for the company. And I was like, yes, I shall support this project and this man. He seems legit. And then it turned out He is legit.
He is legit.
And then I went to do my audition episode, which was the Beowulf set of episodes, and we all had a lot of fun. And they were like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Yeah,"
because it's
and that's how that happened.
There's the thing with Rusty Quill, in that I'm used to people telling me their company's going to be doing this and it's going to be doing that, like not just creatively, just every job across the board. And you kind of like take it with a grain of salt first, because you think, okay, this sounds good, but like how far are you actually going to go with this?
Yeah.
And the first sort of 6 months within Rusty Quill, I kept on pinching myself that, oh my god, this company is actually the best company and it actually exists. And then it works.
Yeah, they actually care. It's been lovely, yeah. Like we put the whatchamacallit, the census data out yesterday. And I feel like that has a lot to do with it in terms of like the kind of people that we have working with us are people who know what it's like to be treated badly by a company. Yeah. And so all of us want to avoid doing that to everybody else. Especially Alex and Hannah. Okay, I have mozzarella bits.
So what you want to do?
Okay.
I'm going to assume your spinach is still quite hot. So depending on your preference,
yes,
you can either just add the spinach hot to your mozzarella mixer that way, or what I generally do is just whack it under cold water and then just kind of either sieve it or squeeze the water out, and that will basically just make the spinach cold without affecting the taste. Does that make sense? So get your spinach, whack it under some cold water, then either sieve it or squeeze it or whatnot.
Okay. Also, I absolutely did not just put my hand literally on the spinach to see if it was stuck. That's not a thing I do.
No,
don't put your hands in hot pans. That's not smart. And yes, I'm gonna need my secondary sieve. Hang on.
You've got 2 sieves.
Yeah, I've got a plastic one and a metal one.
That's
because
fancy.
I can usually only see one at a time. Oh yeah, and I've got the other plastic one. Okay, hang on. Oh, okay. Don't do it over the floor. Do it over the sink, Helen. All right.
So for those at home, for your pasta filling, you want your spinach either cooked or uncooked, whatever you've done. Mix it into your soft cheese, and then I added 2 optional ingredients. Optional ingredient number 1 is Parmesan cheese if you got it. If you've got any Parmesan cheese, grate the Parmesan cheese into the mix. And then thing number 2 was lemon zest. If you have an unwaxed lemon, you'd grate the lemon zest into the mix. And then we're not seasoning it because the sauce is going to be seasoned. The pasta dough is already salted. And you just don't need it. It's okay if you've added a little bit of salt to the spinach, that's fine. You don't need to add any herbs or anything to it. And then I'll point this down so you can see.
Spinach. Okay, I'm just gonna dump it into the mozzarella.
Both Parmesan and lemon if you've got it, Anne. Alternatively, if you don't want to grate the lemon, you can just squeeze a bit of the lemon juice into it. If you prefer it that way, that's absolutely fine. But it's completely optional.
I have a grater somewhere. Grater! Nico, where did I put my grater?
Did you check your pockets?
There it is.
See?
Thank you, Nico.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay. Look, it's still got the thing on. This is a...
Oh, this is fancy,
fancy. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Nico?
Hello.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I accidentally left the call.
No, I can still see you. Oh, but you're not. I can see you and hear you, but you're chatting on the other one. Hang on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can hear you. You just can't hear us.
No, I can hear you.
I can hear you too. It's fine. I don't know what you did.
Can you still see?
Yeah, everything's good. Everything's grand.
It's because okay. Should we tell them the tech fix that we've had to use?
Yeah, do you want to do it, or do you want me to say it?
I'll do it.
You go for it.
All right. So Discord does not let you join a call from both your laptop and your phone at the same time. It would just kick me out of one or the other, and because we didn't want, because obviously I'm using my posh microphone, but if I'm to hear Nico, I can't use the speakers on my laptop because you will then hear it through the microphone. It'll be a horrible mesh of echoes and sound and just terrible things. So what I decided we'd do is I will join the call on my phone and also on the laptop using, my proper microphone and the camera, and I just use the phone to listen. But this meant I had to create a completely new Discord account. So I now have a secret Discord account that I've created just for this stream.
It's a beautiful account. So
Yeah,
I am in effect on a phone call with 2 Helens right now, not just one.
But one of them is always muted. And the other one always lies.
One of them is not Helen. But which one?
Whoa. Okay, I think that's probably enough lemon zest.
Yeah, you're good on lemon zest.
I'm just gonna...
Do a good mixy mix once you're all happy.
Am I okay to do that with my fingers?
Yeah, do whatever way you want to do it. Whatever feels most natural to you.
Fingers it is.
And then once you've done that, we'll go on to the sauce.
Okay.
And the sauce is fairly straightforward too.
All right. What should I do when I have mixed my filling mix?
So once it's all filled together, you can just leave it on the side, or you can whack it in the fridge, whatever you choose. It's not really going to make a difference at this point because we're going to be using it within the next hour. So, but once
I'll put it in the fridge because my instinct says things should be chilled.
Yeah.
But cheese should go in fridge.
Go for it.
Okay.
Once it's sort of mushed as much as you can get it, because you're going to be tearing it up into tiny little bits anyway to add to ravioli.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think?
Yep, looks grand. Looks grand.
All right.
I'd whack it in your fridgy fridge.
It's going in the fridgy fridge.
For those, oh my god, maybe that's the tiniest grate I've seen in my life. Jesus, it's like 2 inches high. How can you grate stuff with that? Anyway, so for those who are cooking at home, you should now have a mixture of cheese and spinach in some form. Combine that together, whack it in the fridge, and then we're gonna go onto the sauce. The sauce.
The sauce.
So I made the sauce purposely open up to adaptation. So if you don't have the ingredients at home, you can combine it, transform it to anything else. But the basis of it is butter and herbs. And then you can basically add other stuff to that whatever you want. So,
very nice and simple.
The recipe says 100 grams of salted butter. You can whack in as much butter as you want. That's just going to sit in your saucepan.
Okay. I don't think I need to chop anything. I do need to measure something. I need to measure the butter.
Yeah.
Give me a sec to do a teeny bit of... Actually, no. I have a secondary scale.
Go for it.
All right. All right, let me just get the butter out of the fridge then.
So then... Oh, that's another one done. This lighting's a bit harsh. It doesn't like that I'm using flour that's pure white. It doesn't know what to handle. So...
Oh.
Poor little webcam.
Yeah. Where did I just put... Oh, there's my knife. I'm sorry, Nico, I keep talking to myself and forgetting that you can hear me.
It's fine, don't worry about it. I talk to myself. And then one day I was like, I talk to myself so much, maybe I should let other people watch me talk to myself. And Rusty Quill streams allowed me in.
Calibrating.
Calibrating.
It is.
Okay.
Have you had success explaining Twitch to people who aren't computer literate?
I have simply not explained Twitch to anybody.
That's very wise. That's very, very wise.
A little bit more. Also, like, most of the people I know who I would talk to about that already know.
Yeah.
My mum has only just begun calling Rusty Quill the Quill people. So that's a win as far as I'm concerned. I have some fresh herbs.
Yep. So you've got sage, I think, when you're telling me, which
I think I have sage and basil.
Ooh.
Let me find them.
Ooh, you are fancy. We're using the pasta paddle, but I'm not sure it's going to work in this pasta. We'll have to find out.
I hope that they are fine. Okay, we've got our butter. I can put that away now. Get the...
That's kind of worked. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. That's spirally pasta. It's just this pasta's a bit hard because it's been in the fridge for 6 hours. When I get my other pasta out, it's going to be much more playable.
That looks really cool, Nico.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Um,
And yeah, you got a nice little...
It's my other chopping
Focus.
board. I'm looking for all my stuff lately. Oh, it's over there.
One of my cats is called Sage. He perked up when you said that. Oh, that's so cool. No one found his star system. Bit says, I have sage, basil, parsley, and rosemary. Which one should I choose? I'd say basil. Because you're going with spinach. I'd say basil and sage are probably the best ones.
Yeah.
Either basil and sage or basil and rosemary. But rosemary can be a bit... I'm not purposely a good fan of rosemary because I don't know how to stop it tasting so spiky.
Oh, I just put up with the spike.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, I guess this will hurt. It's worth it for the flavor.
Oh, you're proper fan. That's going to be a cracking sauce, that.
I've got my mezzaluna. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
I know. Okay. Let me. Gosh. Smell the sage. Smell the
Oh,
sage.
it smells so beautiful. It smells so fresh, that. Oh my
Hell
god.
yeah.
We're getting upped by Modern right now. Her prep looks beautiful. She's sharing photos in the Discord. Hers looks amazing. Way better than mine.
Yeah, there are lots of really good cooks among the RQ fans. I have been helped through so many recipes by chat. Where I've been like, just this look up.
Is this working?
Yeah. Alright, we've got a decent amount of basil and sage. I'm just going to keep going backwards and forwards.
Yeah, it's fine, do it. God, that's such a fancy blade.
Oh, you go. Let me just rinse these quickly. What was the first pasta dish you ever made, Nico?
First pasta dish I ever made, it went badly, was linguine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was, I bought this pasta roller machine second year of uni. And we moved into this flat. Like, we just moved out of halls into, like, second year, so it was, like, the summer before the second year started.
Yeah.
And all my flatmates went home for the summer holidays, and, like, because it was uni, it's, like, April to September. So we moved into this place, and we had no internet. Everyone else has gone home, and so it was just me alone. And I spent 17 quid in this pasta roller, and I was like, alright, I'm going to learn how to make pasta. And I spent the summer watching really old DVDs and making pasta. And linguine was the first one I attempted because I had the attachment, which I've now lost.
Oh, you're still using the same machine from when you were at university?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
You're taking care of all your things.
And then eventually, after many different phone calls with my nonna, I learned that I was overcomplicating pasta dough and that I should just keep it simple. So that's when I came up with this recipe of just plain flour, salt, eggs.
I feel like that's a lot of people's mistakes with cooking, and I think it's why a lot of people like don't enjoy cooking. Like they overcomplicate things.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, what if this, what if that? But most of the time, if it's cooking, it's just like, probably be all right.
It'll ding dang do.
As long as you've got the basics down.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It'll keep you alive. Shan't kill you.
Oh, Helen, that's looking so good.
Thank you. It smells amazing. It smells like a National Trust garden.
National Trust garden. My favourite pasta, which I'm still trying to figure out how to nail, is gnocchi.
Ooh, really?
For those who don't know, it's pasta dough mixed with mashed potato. And yeah, it's like a squidgy mess. Not squidgy, but like it generally looks just like a blob, like this does. And then you dunk it in water, boil it, and then you fry it at the end. So it's got like a nice crispy outer taste, and then you bite into it and it's pasta. But no, my dad was a chef, and so I learned a lot by watching him. Yeah, he was he had a very interesting life. He was a pizzaiolo at a pasta shop, at a pizza restaurant, and then at the age of 22, he decided to start his own restaurant. So he went and started a Mexican restaurant in Bradford, of all places. Whoop, pardon me.
That is an unusual choice.
It's a very unusual choice.
That must have been in what, the 70s, the 80s?
That was the 80s. Yeah.
There still isn't a Mexican restaurant where I'm from.
Especially because he's second generation Italian immigrants over. So it's like Italian mixed with a bit of Lancashire going over to make Mexican foods when you're not authentically Mexican. It tasted amazing, but it's just a random thing to do.
Yeah.
And then one thing and another, it fell through for one reason or another. And then he decided to have children. And then I was born in 1990.
Oh, I didn't know you were older than me.
Oh, yeah. And physically, yeah. Mentally, I've got some growing up to still to do. But physically, yeah, I'm older. Where me, you, and Mike are all the 30-year-olds, if I remember correctly. Oh, you're 29. No, you're 30.
No, I'm 30. I'm 30 this year.
Wait, has that happened yet? Have you had your birthday thing yet?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, my birthday was last month.
Did I? Oh yeah, I did. I watched you play Skyrim. I remember. Yeah, your birthday. I remember that. It's like I remember looking forward to it.
Time isn't real.
Time isn't real. Okay, so what you're gonna do? You're gonna gently simmer that in the pan. You can add garlic if you want to add garlic. You don't necessarily need to add garlic, but if you want garlic,
Of course,
you can
I'm adding garlic.
then add a bit of crushed garlic or whole garlic, whatever you want to do. You're basically just infusing that taste together.
Okay, I've got easy garlic somewhere. Hang on.
Go for it.
There
Anna,
it is.
this makes me want to cook more of my mom. Last Saturday, my girlfriend came over and we made lasagna. It was so domestic and a nice bonding moment with my mum, and it makes her go, ooh. That's a good moment.
Okay, so do I just whack everything in at the same time?
Yeah, I'd whack the butter in first until the butter melts a little, and then I would
And then
just
chuck in the herbs.
chuck in the herbs, chuck in garlic. Oh, easy garlic. Yeah, the fancy stuff. I know that stuff. That's good, that. I forgot that existed.
It is. I have fresh garlic in the fridge, but I can't be bothered.
Sophie's asking, when is my birthday? My birthday is the 30th of December, 1990.
Oh. Wow, that's so close to being a 1991 baby.
I know. But
So you're actually only like 1.5 months older than me.
yes, yeah, we're quite close. We're quite close together in ages wise. And then April is in fact I've got to stop doxing people's ages.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
me-
let's
but-
stop doxing people.
me, you and Mike are the same age. That's good enough. And then
We're around about the same age,
Tessa is like infinitely younger than everyone else I know in Rusty Quill, so it's fine.
Come on.
Yeah, it's looking good. Because basically what you're going to do is you're just going to sort of melt the butter, chuck the stuff in, and then just sort of leave it aside. Because then when the ravioli cooks, you're just going to take it from the boiling water, drain it, and then just add it straight into there.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. I feel like we've got this in the bag, Helen. I think...
Well, it's only 6 o'clock.
It's only 6 o'clock. We got this.
Hell yeah! No, I don't know what we're gonna do if like we need to like make
Vamp?
up for more time.
We'll just make more pasta shapes. We'll just make more pasta
Make
shapes.
more pasta.
Who's in there? Because for those who don't know, for every single Rusty Quill stream we do, there's like plan A and then a plan B. So that when plan A goes belly up, which almost happens almost every single time it wasn't for Mike, and then you go to plan B. So plan A in the Rusty Quill stream sheet says make some food, and then plan B is make some other food. I was like, okay, I could do that.
Make pasta and then make something else! Exclamation mark. I was gonna ask you something. Yeah, won't the sauce be cold if we're making it now?
No, you're just gonna hit because it's just butter. So you just be hit when we put the water in the boil. We're just gonna whack that back on as like a little gentle, nice little heat. Just a nice little, like a nice little ooh, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. A nice little ooh.
Nice little ooh. I'm just gonna go up a little bit so you can see. Hey, chat. Also, I've got flour everywhere, which I probably should have hypothesized would have happened, but I thought, no, it's fine. I'll just bring a chopping board up to my office. What's the worst that can happen?
Pasta everywhere.
Pasta everywhere. But
Hell yes.
when I move, which is once COVID's, yeah, rather when I get a vaccine is probably the more accurate statement there.
Yes.
I'm going to be moving into a place by myself. So I'm going to have a kitchen, and then I'll be able to set up things properly and do like a proper cooking stream. Because like I really like doing a French patisserie. I'm not brilliant at it, but I'm learning. So I quite like the idea of failing miserably on a stream making that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the logic of when I started streaming as well. I was like, I want to make this thing, but I don't think it'll be very good. But it might be funny.
Thank you for subscribing, Smiley. And yeah, the jelly beans, I'm not just popping pills on camera. This is not a thing I'm doing.
I'm going to whack the heat up on my frying pan now that the butter's nice and melted.
Amazing.
Oh, it's so green.
So yeah, for those cooking at home, you're whacking butter and then you're whacking your herbs in. Your herbs can be anything you want them to be, so long as they taste good. But this is quite good. I mean, I know it's quite cliche, but it's like I always kind of feel like pasta is the go-to when you've got people around in any variation. Like making pasta with them or just making pasta for them. I feel like it's a really good thing for like if you've got parents coming over, or you can make it romantic and have your datey person with you, and then you can make it together.
My mum refuses to eat my cooking.
Yeah? I always have respect.
Like she still doesn't believe that I can cook. So when she comes around, she just does all the cooking. So it's not like she's not actively telling me I do not trust you.
Yeah.
It's just I am the mum. I shall do the cooking.
I feel that's a very motherly thing as well to say, but I'm sure your cooking is amazing. I mean, I've seen your cooking.
I think it's pretty good as well. I'm quite pleased with my cooking.
The good thing about pasta as well is that once you've made it into shape, it doesn't matter if it dries up, because obviously you can just cook whatever. Except because it's ravioli, you need to put it in the fridge because it's got ravioli filling in it. But if you're making any other shape that's just pasta, you can just make it in a large batch and then just save it and whack it in the cupboard or whatnot and use it later.
There's such a nice gentle sizzle going on over here.
Oh, I can hear it. I can hear it gently.
Really?
Little gentle. Okay, there we go. Also, sorry, chat, if now I sound really loud because I've just put the microphone right up against my face, but you know. Oh, the sauce, the chat says your sauce looks really good. It does look really good. You've nailed it.
Hell yes.
So,
I mean, to be fair, it's a very, very simple sauce, but I'm still proud. I'm gonna turn it off now though, if we're going to heat it up later. I don't want to burn the butter.
yeah, perfect. So now we're gonna go into the meat and potatoes of this recipe. The chunk of it all.
The chunk of it all. All right.
Time to get your pasta out fridge. And in fact, Helen, do you want to have a nice little break and get rehydrated? And then we can come back in a few minutes?
Let's take a break because I need to wash up my chopping board again if I'm going to put pasta on it.
Cool beans. Okay, chat, we'll be back in about 5-ish minutes. 5-ish, 6-ish minutes. Get yourself a nice cup of tea and we'll be back soon.
All right, then. I was just peeking in on TMA Early Access.
Nice. Yeah, I need to go in. I also need to listen to it. In fact, I don't think it's going to be that. In fact, I'm not going to talk about it because it'll be spoilers. I'm not going to chat about this on stream. I'll chat about it later. Anyway.
Not properly yet.
Yeah. It's not out properly yet. I know, so I don't like. Anyway. Welcome back, everyone. How are y'all doing? How is everyone's pastas going?
Yeah.
No spoilers in chat, and that's my bad. No spoilers anywhere. We're not doing spoilers. No spoilers here. Welcome back, chat. So, crimes in the chat, Nico. Oh my, it's crimes in the chat as well. It's not just me. It's crimes everywhere. Crimes afoot. Okay, so. Oh, that's what. Oh, you got the fancy organic one as well. So, what I recommend, I'm going to be doing this with you, rolling pin style and everything, to kind of show that I'm doing it the same way as you.
Okay.
So I'm not. So, cut it into maybe a third, and then whack the rest of it back in the fridge or under a tea towel or anything. The idea is that pasta dough generally dries out quite quickly. So the smaller we're using, the less chance it has to dry up before we're done. Yeah.
All right. This goes back in the fridge then.
Go for it.
This looks like such a tiny, tiny amount of pasta.
Oh, don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Okay. Do I need to put flour on my rolling pin?
Little bit in your rolling pin, little bit in the board, little bit in the pasta. Just as long as there's basically flour everywhere. It doesn't need to be sieved. I never sieve the flour I'm rolling with. I am going to stand up though because I need to use my... Sorry for that angle, chat. Hang on, let me get you up. Oh, but you can. Oh, well, enjoy that angle, chat. I can't really do much about it.
Oh.
I'm going to move my pasta roller machine out of the way for now.
Alright.
So the idea is, for those who are playing at home, if you have a pasta roller machine, and this is a lot easier, I'm going to assume if you've got a pasta roller, then you know how to roll out pasta. But we're trying to get the pasta dough thin enough so that you can just about see your fingers behind it. That's the goal. Whether or not it's possible with a pasta with a rolling pin, I don't know yet, so we're about to find out. But it should be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll do it in mini amounts. So, yeah. So long as everything's floured and you're not being gentle with the dough, just keep going.
How do you mean gentle with the dough?
Don't be gentle with the dough.
Okay.
Do not give it the light of day. Squeeze a little bit of Jesus out of it. Yeah. Oh, you've got a lot of experience in this.
Yeah. I would love one day to be cast as a villain. Okay, how's this looking?
Yeah, it's getting there. Basically, you want it as thin.
Oh, I made a hole.
Oh, you've already got it really, really thin. And how have you done that? How if you got it like less than like a millimeter? If you can just keep rolling it to as conceivably thin as you can. But like if you've already got it
It's crinkling.
It may be worth cutting out already. See
Really?
how it is.
Okay, let me just do it a little bit. I can kind of see the chopping board through it.
That's a good sign.
Let me just hold it up to the like. Ta-da.
Yeah, maybe a little bit
A
thinner.
little bit more? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is it's also down to personal taste as well, because some people quite like thick pasta. And because it's ravioli, it's about...
MasterChef always says get it lovely and thin.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of MasterChef lately.
There's a... I didn't know there was an Australian version as well, because my...
Oh, is it Gordon Ramsay on it?
Gordon Ramsay's not on that one. It's very, very different. It's kind of like teams. You've got like a red team and a blue team. And like majority of them are like professional chefs as well.
Oh, for that we have MasterChef the professionals here. Like, it's people who actually like work in kitchens.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I have seen the American version of MasterChef a couple of times with Gordon Ramsay. And there's an infamous one in YouTube where there's a person who's blind but still somehow manages to cook.
Apple pie.
Yeah, the apple pie one. I was watching that. That made me tear up and cry. And then I can't remember, I was watching her Instagram or a YouTube or something, but she has something online. And her kitchen's incredible. She was going through like how her system's all set up so she can do it all by touch, and just people amaze me.
They do. I'm at a point where I feel like if I pick it up, my fingers are gonna go through it.
That's a good sign. I think you're ready then.
Yeah, I'm just gonna show again.
That looks quite good. That looks really good.
Okay.
So now you can either, if you got a cutter, then use a cutter. If you don't have a cutter, then just basically use a knife and cut out a square.
I've actually got a crumpet thing.
Oh, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect for it.
There. Okay, so it's like this.
Beautiful.
Flip, flap.
Beautiful.
Flip, flop, flop.
Flippy, flippy, floppy, flip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
but it's
so
looking
I'm
really good.
doing that.
Then you're doing another one. Basically, do it for the entire sheet of pasta dough you got there. I've only got enough food to make one ravioli.
Okay, I can make two, I think.
And if you're finding like me that it's still a little bit too thick, you can just stretch out a bit more of your hands. It's fine. It doesn't need to be a perfect circle. It just needs to be roughly there. Then once you've got your circles out, you're gonna want to make an egg wash, which is just crack an egg in a bowl, whisk it, and there's your egg wash.
I'm just gonna do this one. What do I do with the leftover bits? Can I fold them up and roll them out again?
You can fold up and roll out again. There is a kind of limit. The pasta dough will kind of tell you when it won't want to do it anymore, because it would just start tearing. But I think you may be able to get another roll out of it.
Yeah, hang on.
But there's no rush.
I just need one more, because then that will give me 3 raviolo.
3 raviolo. I like that raviolo.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's raviolo for one, ravioli for many, isn't it?
You already know more than me. In case you're wondering how authentic I am.
Don't worry. Your way of being Italian and Yorkshire is just as authentic as anybody else's, and don't let anybody tell you differently.
Thank you. Look, just gonna shut my door.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Us immigrant kids, we gotta support each other.
Immigrants, we get the job done. But here's the thing though, because I'm one of those, and I constantly kick myself because my parents and my nonna tried to teach me Italian when I was younger, but because you grow up, obviously I grew up in England and it's an English speaking country, I know your friends are speaking English, you just don't think it's cool. So I was like, no, not learning. So
yeah, I wish my mum had taught me her language, but we just obviously she was married to my dad, who was white and from Birmingham, so
that's fair.
She never taught me. I can understand it perfectly.
Oh yeah.
I could probably speak it if I tried, but I'm a bit nervous to try.
Yeah, that's
because I
fair.
think that they will all laugh at me.
I do think it's that half. I mean, I know people say it's easy to learn to listen and there's nothing to speak it, but I do think, especially with the internet, if you can read it and understand it, or when people speaking, I think that's as good as any.
Yeah. It's something that, like, do you know what? I haven't actually really talked to many other, like, people from, like, I don't know how to put this, because most of the, like, other black people and mixed race people I know were raised here in London.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know many who were raised around where I was. There was one guy. You know what? I'm gonna stop. This is getting super personal because I'm getting super distracted by trying to make sure all the past.
It's absolutely fine, don't worry. I can talk about mine anyway. It's fine. My
I grew up in the kind of town where my mum knew all the black people in it. Like.
Yeah, that's fair. My roots come from, we're both at Italy. World War II, as is the case with many immigrants. My nonno was already an immigrant from World War One, if I remember correctly. So he was already living in Scotland. My nonna, unbelievably strong woman. When World War II happened, she was about 15, 16, the start of it. And towards the end of the war, Italy switched sides to the Allied side, and the Germans started taking all the Italian citizens as prisoners.
God.
So she comes from southern Italy, and she got, captured's the wrong word, but basically rounded up. And there was 2 soldiers for the entire village of about 300 people. And they quite literally hiked up from the southern Italy to the northern Italy, but only 2 guards. And my nonna escaped with her sister, and the way they did it, it's going to sound rudimentary, but because it's southern Italy, it's all hilly and mountainous and whatnot. They waited until they hung around the back of the pack. The guards were in the front for some stupid reason. Are you okay?
Yeah.
The guards were at the front. They turned the corner. My nonna and her sister basically jumped into a ditch and just hid.
Oh my God.
And it worked. So they stayed there for the night. And then because it was all farms around, they basically got their food through nicking veg, made it way up north, past the border where... It was either north or they went further down south, whichever way the Allies were. Allies were south, they must have gone south. They went south into where the Allies had caught it all and were liberating or whatnot. Then got a train to the UK, went to Scotland and met my grandfather, and then they got married, and then she never went back to Italy.
Aw.
And yeah.
God. Immigrant women are definitely some of the strongest people ever.
Mm-hmm.
My mum's the same. Like, not in terms of, like, hiding in a ditch to escape people, but, like, went through a lot of shit.
And your pasta dough looks incredible. Jesus, your pasta looks better than anything I've ever made. And Bits, I heard you saying that you're making your ravioli square because you refuse to waste any dough, which is fair.
That is extremely fair. I have just put some dough into a little Tupperware.
So, for those who have got to this stage, now make your egg wash. I've basically put it in a plate because I forgot to get a bowl, but it's literally just a cracked egg mixed up.
Yeah, I've done that while we were chatting.
It's beautiful. So, depending on your equipment, it's as easy as how you like it. If you've got a pastry brush, use a pastry brush. If you don't have a pastry brush, you can either use your fingers or you can use a little spoon. And you're basically going to wet the outside of it when we get there. But first,
the outside.
Yeah, but first things first is that you need to get your filling out of the fridge.
Okay.
And in front of you.
I have my pastry brush.
Fancy. Oh, yours is proper fancy.
It's a silicone one.
Mine's silicone too, but mine's like pink. Fake, like cheap pink silicone. Yours is like wooden and everything.
If it works, it works.
If it works, it works. Skyrim,
Hell
it
yeah.
just works.
Okay.
So, you can either use your hands or you can do what I'm doing, 2 spoons. And you basically want a little bit in the middle of your ravioli. So
Okay.
then you've got enough of as hard to do this angle. You've got enough of space around the outside that you can wet it with a pastry with the egg wash and stick it. So
Okay. All right.
yeah, so it's hard to kind of. I'll lift it up so you can see better. I've just got like 2 centimeters worth of filling on top, and because pasta dough is stretchable and pliable, you're going to be sort of bending it anyway, so it doesn't need to be exact.
Okay. There is water in my mixture.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right. Like this much?
Yeah, it looks.
Is that too I think it's a bit too much.
Maybe take off a little bit, but it's honestly not that bad. It is nice. When I was really little, I used to bring tins of ravioli to primary school lunch and drink it directly from the tin. I was a strange child. I've not had that one, but I mean, grub's grub. If you enjoy it, go for it. It's cooked already.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
So now you're wetting the edge. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Alright. Okay. We've got this.
You've got
Okay.
this.
It now has wet edges.
Yeah. So then you're gonna take one of your other circles,
Yeah.
and then you're just gonna pull it on top and then smush them together. So. Lump.
Let me watch how you do it.
Yeah. So on top, and then literally just squeeze the edges around.
Okay.
You really are just going hard into that pasta so it really melds together.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Don't worry, you can stretch it out, it's fine. And then if that one's too much mixture, it just means for the next one you use less mixture.
No, I don't think there's too much mixture. I think we've.
Oh, that's looking really good, Helen.
Yeah?
That is looking the bee's knees.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
Just
Okay,
make
we've done
sure
one.
the edges are really smushed together and kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm doing like a little. I'm folding them over a little tiny bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
So long as it's sealed, so that when it goes into the pasta water, the
It
boiling
won't
one,
split.
it won't split and go bloosh.
yeah.
The last thing you want to happen is a bloosh. So.
I know. I've seen blooshes happen. Nightmare.
And then let's rinse and repeat.
Okay. What do I do once it's done? Where shall I put it?
So you can either just put them on the side onto like a plate like I'm doing, or you can just anywhere that's just out of the way. At this point, it's finished and can dry out a little bit.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's one done.
Perfect.
Yes. Plate. One ravioli.
One ravioli. Yeah.
Oh no, I've got nowhere to put it. Over here. Okay. Next one. I've got so much filling.
That's fine. You can either have it as a tasty little treat for midnight snack, Helen, or you can use it all, or you can do what you want with it.
Ooh, I'll have to think about what to do with this.
But basically, because the filling's so... Like, you can't physically get any less than 1 mozzarella ball and 1 bag of spinach. You just should kind of... You know?
Oh, well, I used 2 mozzarella balls.
Well, that works too. That just means more mozz.
Okay.
And then same process once you've done that, and then... Yeah.
Yep.
You got it!
Yep. Okay. We're cool. It's all good. We're fine. No!
Cool. We're fine. No.
Sorry, the pastry brush covered in egg wanted to fall over.
It happens.
I would not let it.
I'm somehow managing to contain the mess.
I'm extremely impressed because I am covered in flour from head to toe.
My jeans are very floury, but you can already see it, and there's a little bit. Oh, I shouldn't try and brush away flour with floured hands, but there you go.
Yeah,
Well...
I've learned that lesson many times. Okay. This is such a calming calming and chill thing to do.
Mhm.
It looks really pretty.
It looks really pretty. It's very. The reason why I like making ravioli and pasta is that it's very Instagrammable, very Twitter show-offable, and yeah.
For the hashtag content.
For the hashtag content.
Hell yeah. I could use it for lasagna.
That's
I
a
could
good
make
shot.
like a vegetarian lasagna with like aubergine.
Oh, that would
I'll
be
have
really
it.
good. I never really thought about making fresh pasta dough for lasagna. You could quite easily just do that with this pasta dough. Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But then you'd probably overcook it because of all the other stuff.
Oh, there's that too, but I mean... I have also made pasta with sun-dried tomato and pesto sauce, but it's from a box, so thank you for the lunchtime inspiration. Thank you so much for being here, apparently so.
What I think I will do, I might make the rest of the spinach and mozzarella into like a pasta bake.
Oh,
I don't know
that'd
if
be
it'll
good.
be a lasagna, but I'll cook up some pasta and put some like nice spicing and herby things in it, and then shove a load of mozzarella on the top and put it in the oven and see what happens.
Job's a good one.
Yeah.
For those who are cooking at home, you do not have a headphone cable in your way, so you should find this a lot easier than I am right now. It just works. But that's the thing I found now that my time editing a certain podcast is now finite. All this energy that I forgot I had because it was all gone into the editing, I found I can do all these little extra things again. So I've gotten really into baking again.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah, it's sort of I adored working on a show like Magnus. I forgot. It's sort of the thing. How to explain it? It's very much like when you. Oh, thank you so much, Random Fandom Tiger Dragon. What a name! It's sort of like when you've had nothing but junk food for months and months and months, and your body slowly degenerates, and then you have like you have one of your 5 a day, and then you feel like a completely new person.
And Magnus is the junk food. Magnus is chicken nugget.
Magnus,
It's archive.
the Maggie Jaggy Chicken Nugget. So it's like I found all this energy again that I forgot I had, and like, you know, it's been great. So I've been baking, I've been making more music, I've just been,
Lovely.
yeah.
Yeah, please do make more music because I love it.
Oh,
It
yeah?
is exactly the kind of stuff I love to listen to.
Oh, thank you so much.
I was going to ask you something. Yeah, I've made 3 ravioli.
So
What do I get more pasta?
get more pasta, and I'd say make at least another 3 more ravioli, and then we can cook it.
Ooh. All right. There is egg all over my board.
You can feasibly, no, you can't feasibly flip your board, can you? You can just,
I can't.
you can,
I'm just gonna wipe it down.
yeah, just wipe it down.
Get a new one.
The Magnus Jagnus is a Pagnus distributed by Ragnus Quagnus. McNuggets Archives.
Our fans are so funny.
I love our fans. I especially love that Alex is super busy that he doesn't realise half the random tangents I go off on the Rusty Quill streams.
Alex never watches these. He only pops in if it's like a big event, like when it was the birthday and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I ever tell you? I can't remember if I said this on the Hatoful Boyfriend stream or not. That I thought Hannah was the boss. I mean, she is the boss. But I thought Hannah was the one.
She is the boss. You're correct.
She is the
You're
boss.
correct.
But it's like the way the emails are structured, because Hannah's COO, Chief Operating Officer. But it was before we had HR or anything, so all my application emails and interview emails were coming from Hannah.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, I'm just going to set you up an interview with our Alex. Alex is the one who produces and edits the show. So it's like, oh, cool. So Alex is like your sort of second in command. And then because I went into the interview and Alex was in Rusty Towers, in the studios with the sort of headset on and the editor's sort of microphone there, it's like, oh, cool, so I'm going to be chatting to one of the other editors. It wasn't until about 2 months into the job did I realise, oh wait, this is wrong, Nico. Alex is the one in charge.
I think that like the two of them, like ultimate power couple.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Love them. But yeah, that's very
eye-opening.
No, it's refreshing actually, because I feel like a lot of people who do know who Alex is like, oh, it's Alex. But it's like, actually it's just Alex.
It's just Alex.
Like his hair is funny, and like, because he's had his headphones on for ages, and he's just a man.
It's like it's Alex and Mike are the two I always get questions asked about, like, what do they like when they're not on camera? What do they like when they're not on the podcast? And it's like, it's just them. It's literally just them. Mike, the only difference with Mike is that he's not using his like fancy webcam and whatnot when the meetings, but like it's just, yeah.
Yeah, no one's really putting on much of an act.
No.
I mean, I've had discussions with other people before about like how like I do have like a slightly more exaggerated like Helen persona for these things.
Right.
But it is basically me still.
Well, it's like
right now I am just rambling completely.
Well, it's what you said for enthusiasm in the recording.
Yeah.
You said it's like you, but as if you were talking to like your really happy-go-lucky friends, like the really bright and bubbly friends. You're all like really excited in the night. And it's like, oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I guess what I mean is that like when I'm performing, like as me, I'm just slightly more enthusiastic and bubbly than I would be.
Yeah.
If I was just hanging out in the pub.
Hanging out in pub.
Oh, do you remember hanging out in the pub?
I remember hanging out in pub.
Oh.
Days gone by that. Away.
It's fine. It's just egg.
It's just egg.
It's just egg.
The Rusty Quill is an egg distributed by a 4.0 something. The amount of fans who know that ends thing off by heart and can just speak it scares me. Scares me.
It's because Magnus will like leave you on such a horrifying note, and then it just swoops in. That's the thing.
It's
okay. I've made quite a lot of pasta here.
That's beautiful. Oh, you've got a lot of pasta. You've got pasta for days there.
Oh.
So, like, literally, from what you've got now, you can make feasibly a lot of different types of pasta because it's all the same dough. So you can you can cut it into long strips if you want to, like linguine or pappardelle. You can get a little spaghetti machine attachment, which will turn it into like the really round spaghetti shapes.
Yeah.
The world is your oyster in the pasta, and you can just turn it into like lasagna sheets if you really wanted to.
Oh, it's gonna have to be ravioli.
Oh yes, ravioli. Just meant for future.
Okay.
Future Helen, not now. Future Helen.
Sorry, I was just looking at the chat because I just realised that it must have looked really weird this whole time that I was looking off to the side, but because I have to watch the Twitch stream to see what Nico's doing, I've got the laptop set up in the corner, and I keep having to look over at it.
It's all part of the magic.
Yeah.
I also sing along to the opening credit those just as much as the ending. Foxglove Power, you're very valid. But it's like, I like listening to Magnus episodes when they drop, because when I'm editing it, I'm just hitting the vocal cut, and I don't do the. I mean, I know the EQ and whatnot to turn it into sort of tape recordery, but I choose not to, because I want to have that sort of like it's Magnus when I listen. So I always wait for Elizabeth to do the soundscape and Brock to put the music on before I listen.
I love listening along with the fans.
It must be quite a different experience with RQG from when it's you guys doing the session to when it gets all edited and then released.
Oh yeah, it's like months apart.
Oh wow.
But it's useful because I then get reminded of key plot points that I've forgotten for whatever we're actually doing at that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have genuinely found it quite useful to remind me, oh right, we were doing this. Or, oh yeah, that plot point. And it's always fun seeing the theories.
I adore. That was an annoying thing about reading how Magnus was going to end, because I was joining in the fan theories and the shred stringing and whatnot, and then there was one fateful day when I got given access to a document with all the episodes. I was like, I can't join in these anymore. Bye, everyone.
Yeah. God, I've known the ending for so long, Nico. I've known it for so long. I can't wait for everyone else to know it.
Same. I'm just waiting so I can just go, oh my God, I don't have to keep it a secret anymore. It doesn't matter what I say anymore. It doesn't matter. It's all out. It's like 8 more days and then we're free. Random fandom Tiger Dragon. I have a friend who just abbreviates the title to Magan Arc. Magan Arc. We just say Mag.
Yeah, we just call it Mag.
And Ukaji. And
and recently, Inex.
Inex. I like that one, Inex.
And then I was like, we can't call enthusiasm gasm. We can't call it that. So it's Igsum instead.
I am that. So it's not a secret anymore. I got given the go ahead to tell, and I think I said, yeah, I'm in. I've got a small cameo part in Inexplicables, and
yes, I heard it recently.
Yeah, well, thank you. It's really interesting watching people act, because some people, because it's voice acting, some people contain it all in their voice without any acting physically.
Yeah.
And then there's other people who need to act out whilst they're sitting down doing the recording.
Yeah, I'm an acting out person. Which are you?
I have to act it out, I think. Yeah, because I think it's the same as what I do in streams, and that I guess it's because I'm Italian-ish too, that I have to act out with my hands.
I see.
So yeah, with the cameo I was doing, I was very much imagining my character doing all the steps and whatnot associated with it.
Yeah. When I'm being Azu, like whenever Azu goes, I usually have my chin in my hand and I'm making a thinking face. And I didn't realize until recently that I do that.
With your ravioli, either really flour it down so it doesn't stick, or just keep the ravioli separate. So like if you can look and if it's kept separate, it'll be fine. Because sometimes
I'm not stacking them.
Yeah, don't stack them unless you very, very confidently are sure that it's not gonna stick together.
Oh dear. Okay.
Because I've done that before.
I'm just gonna really carefully open the cupboard, but it might send the light crashing down. So just if that happens.
Helen, I'm curious on what Alex does in regards to voice acting. Sinful Chihuahua, if you watch the RQGG of Johnny and Alex doing the readouts for them, that will give you a really good impression, at least for when he does Martin. I don't know what he's like when he's in RQG.
He sometimes has to get into character, especially for Squawk. Like, there are many times where it's been like, wait, what's Squawk's voice? And then he just goes, Squawk! And it's like, yeah, there he is.
That's the thing about because I really do feel like because RQ has grown so much, there's now a distinction of like the early RQ and then the RQ today. But because RQG has been present throughout the whole thing, it still feels like a blend of the two.
It does. It's still like it's been really interesting to like adjust to. Not so much of a leap for me because I came in like halfway.
Yeah.
Is it halfway?
It's
Yes,
around.
basically halfway now. More than. I think I've been in more episodes than James by now.
Ha 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 ha.
No, Helen supremacy.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh God. I was just picturing then if James was our sensitivity reader.
James wouldn't be that bad.
No.
Because James is nothing like Bertie.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's very, very true.
Have you been thinking James is like Bertie this whole
No,
time?
I only know, I've never spoken to him one-on-one. I know him through Twitter and I know him through the Roman Rogue side quest. So, I don't know, he may just be this really chilled out person outside of it. But
I
so
wouldn't
far,
describe him as chilled out.
but all I've seen of James is just like full on. In the very,
Yeah.
I get told off by this. I bullied James and Johnny to both follow me on Twitter. With James, I was liking all of James's tweets, and there was something I said. One of them was really funny. It says, "Oh, this is amazing." I gave him a compliment, and he was like, "You know what would make it even better, more funny? He's like, if you retweeted this." And I was like, "You know what would be even more funny if you followed back the audio assistant for Rusty Quill." And then all the fans were just like putting on popcorn gifs, just watching it fall down. And then James relented, and then we've been friends ever since on Twitter.
Yeah. James is a very, very good guy.
With Johnny, I was less subtle. I randomly added him last month, and I was like, I really want to get 666 followers. I was on 665. I was like, Johnny, care to help a fellow sufferer who's edited all of you for the past 6 months out? And he just... And he did!
Nico
He did!
with the guilt trip.
With the guilt trip. And he did! So...
Yeah. Well, the guilt trips work.
Guilt trips work.
James would be decent at the part of sensitivity reading, which is instinctively knowing what might raise people's hackles, I think.
Oh.
He and I have basically the same politics.
Ah. Right.
But obviously I do it as a job. And possibly like what's the word I'm looking for? It's not internally, but it's a word that's like that. Like understand some of the stuff. You know how there are some things that you can't understand unless you've experienced it?
Yes.
Yeah. So there are things that probably he would pick up on that I wouldn't. But yeah. But you're right. Bertie would be a terrible sensitivity reader. James would be good for some things.
It's one of the things I've noted. It kind of stuns me. It's one of the things I didn't notice just how important it is until I joined Rusty Quill. And it's my own ignorance, I guess. But how important content warnings are. Like, it makes sense to content warning. Say again?
His pasta got too wet and his split open.
Oh no!
How do I fix?
You can just kind of smush it back together, or you can... It may be okay. It's a little bit... You can either smush it together. If it bursts a little, it's going to be okay. It's still going to cook. It's just one casualty.
Should I add another little bit of pasta to cover the hole?
Yeah, see what happens.
Okay.
See what happens. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. But like, yeah, because
we'll find out.
My background is I've worked on lots and lots of podcasts before I joined Rusty Quill. And a lot of them, because of the way podcasts are, a lot of them are true crime podcasts.
Oh, really?
And their content warnings, the vast majority of content warnings for true crime, a lot of them would just put up a disclaimer at the start saying...
Content may be disturbing, yeah.
Yeah, and then that's it. But now I've joined Rusty Quill and I see the content warnings for like Magnus and all the shows, and especially since you became a sensitivity reader.
Oof.
It's just, it feels weird not to content warning shows. It feels... You know?
For fiction, absolutely. I think it'll always depend on the show.
Mm-hmm.
but like we kind of make it a point to make sure that we do content warnings properly.
Yeah.
Or at least better than people might expect, because like it's important.
Yeah.
And there are loads of things that like I wouldn't think of, like for example suddenly being like, oh, of course there are people with audio processing issues, we should warn for various kinds of sound effects like ringing or you know, yelling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And those are things that I didn't learn before coming to Rusty Quill for sure.
Oh, you've done. So in that case, whack you are onto boil, and we're approaching the final steps. It's game time. Are you ready?
Okay, we've got 5 ravioli because this last one is dead.
That's-
and has deceased. And
That's.
I've given up on it.
We'll give our thoughts. We'll never let them leave our thoughts,
Yeah.
but we must move on.
Big F's in chat for this sad split ravioli. It will be missed. Maybe if I folded it.
What was that? I just saw something amazing in chat. Striker Flynn, I like Nico's teaching style because it's just been asked his question and then replying, yeah, sure, why not? See what happens. Yeah, see what happens. See what happens. It's fine.
No, it's too. I put too much egg wash on it. It's just coming apart. Okay. It can go in there.
Sometimes too much love is too much love, you know?
Right. Okay. We have 5 ravioli.
Bryn, forbidden snack. You should know better.
Oh no! Wait, I've got 6.
Hey!
Oh, Nico.
Hello.
Oh no, there are holes.
If there's holes, there's holes.
Oh, Nico.
What I would suggest then is that you put the water onto boil, then take it off the heat and wait for it to cool down slightly, and then just gently place the ravioli in.
Okay.
It's still going to cook, it just means it's going to cook longer.
Okay.
I wouldn't worry.
Alright. Okay.
The water will turn green with spinach. Don't worry about that. It's like,
Okay.
have you ever poached an egg?
Do you know what? I actually haven't, because I'm not a big fan of eggs.
Yeah, that's fair. Whenever you poach an egg, there's egg whites that just float everywhere and it looks like a disaster, and then you lift it out and it's like, oh no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I've got a feeling that's what's going to happen here.
Okay. Well, we'll see. And you know what? A disaster is almost as good as a success.
For those cooking along, I hope your ravioli's going well. I'm glad
Yeah.
everyone's just saying egg in chat. One little Bryn is really wanting you to bite into that messed up ravioli.
Absolutely not. Bryn is an agent of chaos,
Look
but
at
then
the
I think we all are. I think everybody in Rusty Quill is at some level an agent of chaos, and we just swap the chaosness around. Ah. Okay.
bite of whole raw egg. Eegee. Now, see, here's the thing though, because some Italian recipes call for raw egg. Like, if you're going proper traditional, tiramisu has raw egg in. But I don't do
Really?
traditional. Yeah. What?
Alright, that's fine. Sorry, something fell down. And I got scared.
You work in a company with horror shows. I didn't think you could get scared anymore. I still get scared. I don't know why, but every single night without fail for the past 30 years of living, if I'm the last one to go upstairs at night and it's nighttime and I'm switching off the light, I'll immediately think there's a monster chasing me and I'll deck it up the stairs.
Yeah, that's very relatable. But there are no stairs in my flat, so I haven't done that for quite a while. I don't get scared by our podcast because I'm just there like, oh, it's Johnny.
Yeah, same.
But God, I still have anxiety.
Yeah.
I still jump a lot at like jump scares and things. I'm scared of reasonable things as well.
I get a little bit like what some of the fans get with like the buried episodes, like when in the earlier season, when especially 132, when Daisy and John are in the buried in the coffin, and like the soundscaping,
crikey.
you can almost feel buried in with them. I get that a lot.
Yeah.
I can very much feel that, and then also vast episodes. I don't like big open space. I get vertigo, and I've got a feel of like the sea, like deep ocean sea.
I have a fear and a fascination with it.
In fact, I'm probably the same.
Yeah, I like the poster of the vast that we made, that like the piece of merch with like the big monster in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost certainly going to buy that and put it on my wall, because
Nice.
I have had so many dreams where I've been swimming in the sea and I know there's something down there, but I don't know where it is or what it is. There's something big.
I've been umming and ahhing to get a pin, and I was trying to figure out which pin I wanted, because like if I'm going by what I'm aligned to, then that's going to be a mixture of the spiral or the stranger. If I'm going by what an editor is, that's the web, because we're very controlling in what happens. But I decided to pay homage to Martin and Get for Lonely, because I'm gonna miss adding in all the little stutters and quirks and scoffs and snorts that Martin does the most, I think.
Scoffs
so yeah.
and snorts.
I add them in.
Scoffs and snorts Blackwood.
Alex would do a general take of Martin, and he would say pick take 4, whatever. And it would be a really good take, but then I'll go through all the other takes and see if I can add in any additional noises he's made. And it's worked. There's not been any people telling me yet that I've Martined it too much. So
and my water is starting to boil.
So I'd wait until it boils and then take off the hot heat and then gently place the ravioli in. Or you can just sort of slide it in. They're quite malleable. For everyone else at home, if you're cooking along, I mean, you're probably watching the stream and already doing it anyway, but whack your water on. It's ravioli time, lads. It's the game time. That'd be enough pasta, I reckon. I've got 7 bats. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put my ravioli in now.
Go for it. Now, it should only take 2 to 3 minutes. I can't remember off the top of my head if ravioli floats to the top or not. But it should only take about 3 minutes. So if it hasn't floated by the end of 3 minutes, it means it's cooked. Yeah, use the ladle if you're worried about slopback. Thank you, Lucky. Yeah. Oh, and I've got a little bit left. But yeah, I'm really excited about the whatever's in store next for us all. I mean, you've still got RQG to finish, and you've got a hefty one still to go through.
Okay, my ravioli are in there.
That's good.
There they are.
They
sleep.
There they sleep. And then I put your sauce on like a gentle heat.
Yeah.
Did Nico start explain how he managed to break his kitchen? The kitchen needed repairs. And we basically had to wait until coronavirus calmed down, and then you allowed builders into your house. But because builders need to adhere to the social distancing, we've only got one builder in at a time, and the kitchen's just got full of equipment, and it's not a pretty sight right now. But
what a mess.
What a mess.
Oh, they have risen. They're
rising. I'd give it like another 20 seconds and then gently place them into the pan of your sauce.
Okay. I'm just gonna watch them. Maybe I'll poke them a bit
Go for it.
with an implement, not with my finger this time.
Has any of them split open? Are we all good? Yeah, that looks really good.
I'll show you.
That's looking good.
Yeah?
We've got all steamed up, but that's looking
Oh.
good.
Oops. Sorry.
Sorry.
Oops. This is like that time I tried to see if I could do like an over the stove camera. But then as it started to steam, the gaffer tape just began to unstick and like everyone nearly fell into the
Just into the
whatever I was
yeah.
yeah, into the stew or whatever I was making.
Yeah. That's much better. It's much easier to do this one. There you go. Spiral. Spiral, spiral, spiral.
Oh, lovely. Nico, that's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I forgot what I was going to say now.
Sorry.
I can't remember. Oh yeah, there's many Twitch channels which do specifically cooking, and you think, oh, I can do that. You just whack in a camera up in your kitchen, and then you try and do it yourself, and it suddenly dawns on you just how hard it is to set it up.
Yeah. Okay, should I start putting the ravioli in now?
Put the ravioli in your sauce.
I'm gonna.
So for those at home, I'll just say again, like put the ravioli in the water, and when it starts to float up to the top, that's when you know it's cooked. You can leave it in longer if you want it to be softer, or you can take it out then, but it's absolutely fine. And because you're putting it into the sauce, it's going to get cooked even further as well. So we are good. We are golden. Depending.
I've got little bits of cheese.
Go for it.
coming off.
That's fine.
No. I mean.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine. It's just it's mozzarella. It's all beautiful anyway. Depending on your tastes, you can add more salt and pepper if you want, but it's completely up to you. But yeah, cooking streams is one of the things on the top of my list of things to do when I move.
Excellent. I'll definitely watch them.
Mm.
Love to see it.
Cooking to me is just sort of like a way of keeping. Well, it's one to keep in touch with your roots, but it's also such a. I don't know the right words. It's a very inclusive thing.
Is that?
Say again.
It's a very what? I said I find it therapeutic. What were you
Therapeutic.
saying?
I would say it's like a very inclusive thing. Everyone seems to like to watch
Yeah.
people cooking.
Yeah.
Do we add?
I think.
Sorry, just hang on. Do we
Even-
add lemon to the sauce? Yeah, you can add lemon to the sauce. If you want to add lemon to the sauce, if you've got lemon, add lemon. Sorry, Helen.
Saying that like wolves. Even people who think they don't like cooking shows can easily get sucked into a cooking show.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's sort of there doesn't seem like you can watch people who are like absolutely AAA Michelin starred chefs do it, and then you can also watch your uncle who's never cooked before do it as well. And it's the same experience. It's the same. You're still watching people cook and you're still joining in.
Yeah. I definitely learn more from the professionals. I will say that.
Yeah, that is true.
So it just depends what you're looking for. I think I've recommended it before, but there's a really nice little series on YouTube by Watcher, who used to be like part of BuzzFeed. Well, still are, I think, part of BuzzFeed Unsolved.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and I've forgotten the name of it again.
It's fine.
Dinner for. Oh god, what's it called? Basically, just this guy who's just a very good amateur cook, just cooks things for his friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's really like they and he has, but this is the thing, he has no budget, like as in he doesn't have a limit on his budget.
Oh.
So
Oh,
he has to,
okay.
like, make them the fanciest version of that dish.
Helen, I'd
It's
say
really good.
you're ready to play up.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. Oh, can't flip them. Okay. Okay. God, this place is such a mess. Everything is everywhere.
But yeah. Yeah, I can relate.
Plate or bowl, do you think?
I think plates will look quite fancy. Because it's just a few ravioli and you can do the little artful drizzle of the sauce if you want to do.
Plate for this.
Yeah, that is a lot of filling left over.
Yeah,
Oh,
but,
look at that fancy dish!
Isn't it lovely? It was an art decoration at some point. You can see the little hook.
Oh, it's amazing. I need to get fancy plates.
Okay. All right, here we go. I tell you what, it smells good.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm so happy. It looks really good. It really looks the part. Yeah, I'm so happy this has worked. I'm hoping it tastes good. If not, my recipe's wrong. But this worked so much more efficiently and better than I thought it was going to.
Really?
Yeah. I was so scared. Well, I was expecting myself that this office setup was not going to work out.
Aww.
But everything's worked. Chat have been amazingly and happy and lovely. People have been cooking along as well. It's just that looks good.
I'm again watching the Twitch stream to position correctly. There we go. There we go. All right.
And there you have Ravioli Nicooli. Oh, I should have made that the Twitch title. Ravioli Nicooli. See you later.
I'm gonna taste it.
Go for it. I'm gonna move this up a little, and then I'm also gonna turn down my camera a little bit because it's a little bit too bright.
I very rarely eat ravioli, you know.
Yeah. I can't tell.
That's actually really good.
Yes! Yes! It worked!
That butter sauce is amazing.
Because
the pasta is so soft.
Yeah!
It's so soft.
We did it! We did it! And there you go!
We did it!
And now that you've got the basics, you can literally turn your pasta into whatever you want to turn it into.
Live your pasta dream.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the 100 bits, Crow, for the awesome pasta. In which case, I'm going to call that a success. Thank you, everyone, so much for being here. Thank you for also donating as much as you did to Game Blast so that we could do this. This has been something me and Helen have been wanting to do for quite some time. And it's just really lovely that we've managed to finally do it. In which case, that's all pretty much it from us. Unless you've got anything else to add, Helen, I'm just going to go into the admin.
No, I have nothing to add. We're on the Rusty Quill stream, so it's like, you know where I am. I'm here.
I'm here. So if you want more Ellen content, there's Ellen, who's also an RQG. He's also on Twitter with a thingy-bob. If you look in doobly-doo, you can see it in the chat. Yeah, same for me. I'm also here. You're Elector 101. I remembered that. Coming up on RQ streams, we've got a jam-packed weekends.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, we've got April, which I still can't fully believe it. April's first RQ streams is happening this weekend. This Friday at 8 p.m. If I'm correct, let me just bring it up now. Sorry, Anil, I'll get this up. I can feel Anil and Mike just saying, Nico, why have you not got this prepared? Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Be more efficient.
Be more efficient. Okay, there we go. April at 8 p.m. on Friday is doing art, so she'll be drawing Magnus art, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Then Saturday, you got Mike in a Saturday session playing Hitman 3, being all Mike about it. And then Sunday, me and Helen return with Mike and Anno being the host, and we're going to do a geography quiz.
Yeah, I'm going to be so bad at it. I'm very bad at geography. Extremely bad at it.
I know there's the north of England and there's the south of England, and that's about it.
I will be lucky if we get asked questions about England, because it's not going to go well for me.
No, it's not going to go well for me, but it'll be fine. but until that, chat, you've been amazing. I've been amazing. Helen's been incredible, Helen. And that's it from all of us.
Thank you so much. This was fun.
Me too. Okay, in that case, bye everyone. Have a good
Bye.
night. What a stream. What a stream that was. We had the highs, we had the lows, we had the Ravi, we had the Oli, we had the Nico and the O, and we had the Helen and the Len. That was a lot in a stream, but we did it. We did it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was informative, at least entertaining. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.